these are not easy times for the electoral umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. With some 98 days to the 2023 general election, electoral infractions are coming through the door and window. One of such violations is underage voting. INEC has promised to investigate and prosecute its officials found complicit in the registration of underage voters, as seen in the published voters register. Now, many Nigerians point to infractions after identifying underage voters in the voter register published by the Commission. INEC spokesman Festus Okoye has promised to punish the wrongdoers, beginning with those inside his commission. Adekunle, do we trust him on this?
I will trust him on this.
Okay.
And because I must confess to you that some of the reactions I've monitored so far, I felt personally, disappointed because what I see INEC doing shows that we are really improving in terms of our electoral process. This is the first time this will be done. And if INEC is truly ready to do magu-magu as we love to see the Nigerians, talk in the Nigerian palace, it wouldn't make these things, public. And I say INEC, trying to improve on its integrity so that you can boost the public, the confidence of the public in your work, in your activities, because without getting it right, our electoral process, nothing can ever, be right in Nigeria. So what INEC has just done is to give Nigerians the opportunity to evaluate. In the development process, there are a lot of things you do. You need to go back and evaluate. Are there areas we are doing well? Are we wrong in certain areas? For Nigerians to point out. But I see some Nigerians, political parties, latching on to that to say we want to protest, we want to do. No. This is what INEC has done is commendable. I'm extremely happy with what INEC has done in the sense that if you are afraid, you can't come under the light. It's only, people with shady that love to operate in the night. So what INEC has done so far, to the best of my knowledge, is to commendable. Is to give Nigerians the opportunity to see. Now, it is shown that nothing, is error-free. I don't know anybody that can say everything that everybody does is. So what INEC has done now is Nigerians have picked errors here and there. Oh, these are small boys and small girls. Why are we having them? And according to this former INEC man from Akwa Ibom, Mike Igini.
Yeah, Mike Igini.
Those
the former rec.
Yes, former rec. Those who registered are eligible voters are not ad hoc staff. They are members of staff of INEC. Insiders. Then everybody that registers somebody does so in his own or her name. So it is easy to trace who registers this, madam, you or myself. Yeah. So you get my point? So it is easy for INEC, if we see, believe that there's transparency in Nigeria, to trace every infraction we have seen so far to everybody that is involved.
I'll take one kernel from what you said, that you can trust the INEC for once. Let them look on the inside, punish whoever is culpable.
Yes.
Ibn Abo, but mine is this, that you are indulging underage, Nigerians in the process. And they grew up with this thing. It's like you are nurturing a crime, and it's here to stay.
You just took, it's like you got into my head and brought it out. When I read the story, what came to my mind was we are fighting corruption, so to say. We are hopeful that the next generation wouldn't take up the dirtiness that has been flying here and there within the government, within the system. And now some supposed INEC officials registered underage persons. When you talk about underage, I saw a particular picture. This, sometimes you want to hide under the guise that, oh, this person just looks small. I didn't know. The person looked matured and everything. This young boy, you will know, even with your eyes closed, that this is a little boy. And somebody registered him to come out to vote.
But they are pushed. They are propelled from somewhere.
That is why they should be fished out. Just like Adekunle said, every INEC official, whether ad hoc or the staff or whoever they are.
But go the whole hog.
Yes.
Well,
they should. It should cut across. Everybody, anyone found culpable should be punished.
Yeah.
Because you see, we now that they have applied technology, we are beginning to have hope that, okay, no matter what, I know that sometimes, nothing is error-free, but to the barest minimum, some things will be done away with. Yeah. So if people will sit somewhere and then register underage children, I think it's a huge problem, because now what I read somewhere was that they were able to fish out about 2.7 million persons, including underage registrants and then
double registration.
multiple registration. Is that all? Is it just 2.7 million? Do we have more? Nigeria is big, and people are desperate. Some politicians probably, some palm greasing was done for this to happen. This is bad, and it should be dealt with. It's
satanic,
yes,
if you ask me.
It is.
If one considers that the United States of America, Adekunle just conducted their midterm, and we never heard any such thing. So, but the counter logic would be, America is over 200 years old. Must we wait that long?
Yes, okay, but no, we cannot wait that long, but we may, with the pace we are going, we may have to wait far, far longer than that, but I don't want to be pessimistic. You see, we are talking about INEC, but the problem we are talking about is about the Nigerian populace. Some folks, parents, politicians, whoever they are, propelled these young children, took them to the center to register. Some of them don't know the meaning of completing votes, what it means. So some probably know the value of this thing, and they took these children there, thereby corrupting them. And by our laws, you cannot register to vote in Nigeria unless you are 18.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
So we are saying INEC. Of course, INEC. But what about parents who indulge in this?
Yeah.
What about politicians, desperate, power-hungry politicians?
I dare say many parents don't know what these things.
And when you take a look at it, it is more in one part of Nigeria than the other. You get my point? I can't take my child of 10, 12 years to he will not even ask me for that.
The rigor alone.
You get my point? If you have monitored elections around Nigeria, you will see that we are a different country compared in terms of our culture, in terms of our practices. You see things the way they are done in certain areas. You come here, you see a different thing. So believe me, all of us will need to think and decide, what do we really want to make of our country? If we want Nigeria to ever progress, the first job is the leadership recruitment process. We need to sanitize it. We need to do everything to make sure that it's only credible people that emerge, not children who don't know the meaning of voting.
To take this home, Ibn Abbas, so you want the law to really go the whole course, Whoever is complicit, punish him or her.
Whoever is culpable, please. There is no sacred cow here. Maybe by the time they nab those culpable INEC officials, they will begin to call out names.
That's it.
Because, we are in dire straits. The economy is completely, when somebody is almost in coma. And then we are here. Who are the people behind this? Who are the people, you know, encouraging the parents? Because a child of 10, 11, 12 wouldn't just come out and say, I want to register. It was done with the, you know, with the, yes, of the parents and some persons propelling this. So it has, everybody culpable should be punished. Nobody should be left out.
All right, we go to our next story, you know, but let the debate continue. But I do believe that as members of the human family, we can at least behave like humans. We are not an special people. Okay then,